It's my great pleasure to say something very briefly as a wrap-up for this 41st International Symposium here at St. Gallen. And I think the first responsibility is to say thank you. To say thank you, first of all, to the 26 members of the International Students Committee. The organization of this conference has been absolutely superb. You've had an extraordinary attention to detail, and you've anticipated the needs of people. Your choice of subjects and of speakers has been excellent. The warmth and genuineness of your hospitality has been clearly evident. In addition to that, the International Student Committee has been supported by the support crew, which is a group of over 300 students who've worked for 10 days in preparing this event and being at the event. They're the people who've served us with food, who've helped us with transport, who've directed us to these sessions. And at the heart of all this, there is one individual who I would like to thank in particular, and that's Philip Erzinger. So, I should say the applause was not just for you, Philip, it was for the whole team. Secondly, can I thank all of you as participants who've come to this event. Thank you for coming. Many have traveled some distance, some have traveled a very long way. Thank you for your participation, for your questions. Thank you for those who've spoken, who've led work sessions, discussion groups, and so on. I personally enjoyed it enormously, and I trust you have too. Just very few personal reflections. For me, St. Gallen stands for three things. First of all, it stands for a liberal social market economy as the best way to help people escape from poverty. And at the heart of the social market economy is the business enterprise and the entrepreneur. They're the driver of the system. And Dominic Barton yesterday, the winner of the Wings of Excellence Award, and today the chairman of Shell and the CEO of BP, I thought exemplified that. But they also challenged us by saying, you have to earn the license to operate. And I think that is a challenge to us. Secondly, the promise which is held out is not just a certain form of capitalism, responsible, compassionate capitalism. It's also a participatory democracy and a robust civil society which, as the Vice President told us, is subject to the rule of law. And as we reflected on the Arab Spring, whether it was Ayan Ali or Kamal Nath, the Indian cabinet minister, or the Chinese ambassador, or earlier today, Parag Khanna with his vision for globalization, I think one thing that's come out of it to me is that the element of democracy and civil society is absolutely essential. And then thirdly, there is, I think, held out in the form of organization which we stand for, a sense of social justice. A liberal market economy, social market economy, yes. Participatory democracy and robust civil society, yes. But we also need to have a sense of social justice. And that's come out in the students. It came out yesterday with the Wings of Excellence Award and the great speeches the students made. It came out in the previous session today with the Leaders of Tomorrow. And at the heart of that is, again, an expression of values. The values are absolutely critical to it. But you know, Christine Lagarde, in addressing us today, said something very interesting. because we used to be co-chairman some years ago, or should I say, to be politically correct, co-chairs. She mentioned the phrase, the spirit of St. Gallen. And I think the spirit of St. Gallen was captured by the Vice President. A free market economy is not enough. We cannot simply argue for the survival of the fittest. We need at the heart of our democratic capitalism a spirit of compassion, of responsibility, and of service. We must take into account the impact of our actions on others, and we must be prepared to change. I passionately believe that 21st century capitalism needs at its heart certain values and virtues, and that 21st century capitalism must have a soul to it. And therefore, these values and virtues, where do they come from? As Ms. Drew said to us yesterday, they come from deep in the human heart, and they come from each one of us. And this, to me, is the challenge for all of us in this symposium. As a result of what we've heard, how are we going to change ourselves? Because only we can really change, to make our world a better place in which all people can prosper and in which all people can reach their full potential. Thank you very much. Now it's my very great pleasure to invite Dominic Gedon and Simon Goldberg, who are two members of the 41st International St. Gallen Symposium, the team organizing it, to come and deliver a few final words to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. It's Friday evening. This year's St. Gallen Symposium slowly coming to an end. The past 2 days were filled with enthusiastic participants, interesting discussions, and inspiring thoughts, and I'm deeply impressed by this positive power. I dare to believe that this feeling is shared by far more than just myself. Once again, we had the chance to witness this unique atmosphere created by all of you. Within 9 months of preparation, of hard work, and of exceptional team spirit, we intended to make this 41st St. Gallen Symposium unforgettable. However, as I'm sure all of you have noticed, the weather was eager to challenge us.
Well, weather did not impress me that much. We played along, and we would do so in any other situation. At least we try to, and we truly try hard. Tell me, Stephen, what makes us try hard? What drives us day by day?
It's all about the dialogue, Dominic. Since over 4 decades, the ISC aims at creating a unique platform for intergenerational, interdisciplinary, and intercultural dialogue. Year for year, over 600 leaders from the fields of business, science, politics, and society come together with 200 outstanding young talent from all over the world to engage in inspiring and fructuous discussions on pressing issues. In times of Facebook, Twitter, and other social media, it is of even greater importance that people come together to target global challenges and seek innovative solutions to make this world a better place.
Whatever. That's the... This Gallen Symposium is not only about sitting in plenary sessions or contributing in work sessions. It's about coming together to broaden minds and to think out of the box. On paper, you might be right. However, the Gallen Symposium is something different. And I'm sure that every one of you has his own little stories to tell about his personal experiences here in St. Gallen. The sessions and symposium side gives the framework, but there is something more to it. And this is the spirit of St. Gallen. It has been with us for the past few days. But looking back even further, since over 40 years, this idea has been carried on year by year and team over team. And it is this spirit that keeps us going. Now, it's Friday evening. The symposium is almost over. For us, an enriching but also very turbulent year has finally reached its peak. And at this very moment, it's our wish to share this very moment with all of our team right here.